Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Robert, and as you know, I'm a Rangernerd. I'm here with my friend Ivan Saffold. Did I get that right?
Mm-hmm.
Ivan Saffold, better known as DekaMexican Cosplay. So, Deka, as I'll call you for short.
Yeah.
First question: are you a Rangernerd?
No.
No.
No, I'm not. No, I am definitely. No, I am definitely a nerd. I am definitely a Ranger nerd.
Yeah.
There is a. I can go on about talking about Ranger stuff. Literally everything. Power Rangers, Super Sentai, Tokusatsu, everything. Yeah.
Cool.
Big one.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, DekaMexican is a huge cosplayer, especially in the Power Ranger community. If you haven't noticed by now, you have a terrible sense of situational awareness because I'm not in my normal room with all my collection stuff. Why? Because we're at Ranger Stop.
Yes.
Where Ivan Deka is a cosplay guest for the third time in a row. He was a cosplay guest last year at Power Morphicon. And who knows, hopefully a cosplay guest again at 2016 Power Morphicon. Second question is, what is your Ranger Nerd story? Like, how did, you start liking Power Rangers, and how has it stayed in your life, and how is it in your life now? How is it affecting you now? Obviously you're doing cosplay, but what's the Ranger Nerd story? How did all this start? Well,
it all started in 1994 when I was born. So I'm gonna make people feel very, very old. That's when I was born. I was like, I started watching Power Rangers like that. My mom would put those on, and she would because it's like things you find something for a baby to to keep them occupied.
Yeah.
She put me Power Rangers, and lo and behold, that's what I got. It stopped from me crying, and it was like that or whatever, and I paid attention, and I kept watching it. I grew up with season 2 mostly. Everyone did with season 1, but I grew up with the White Ranger or Tommy and Mighty Morphin and all this stuff. Rocky, Adam, and Aisha and all this stuff, and I kept going, and I was just like, wow, this is my favorite show. And I just never stopped. There's people that was like, oh, well, after Mighty Morphin, I kind of stopped. I was like, no, I went there. I went through all the good seasons and all the bad seasons, all of them. And still to this day, I wake up early to watch on Saturdays to watch Power Rangers. Right now, Dino Charge. So yeah, I've been a Ranger nerd ever since.
That's what's up. That's, very similar to how my story was. Power Rangers premiered on my first birthday. So, I was same as you, born, and then Power Rangers. Mm-hmm. And it's just quickest way to set us up as babies, I guess.
Yep.
Hint to you parents out there. So, how did you start cosplaying?
Well, I started cosplaying, basically, I didn't even know that's what it was called at first. I just thought of it dressing up, and my first con was at PMC3. It was Power Ranger Con. So yeah, and I educated myself in the whole thing. Trying to find a good suit, trying to find something. So yeah. I was just okay, well, if I'm gonna go to a Ranger convention, might as well bring a Power Ranger suit. And so I looked it up. I found this good suit. It was Anarchy Cosplay, and I looked it up, and it took. I actually had old parts of an older Anarchy Cosplay suit, but I just got a new bodysuit and everything. But this was way back, in 2007. But I had everything all there, and it was just there in my closet. So I did that. Went in. I didn't really know what to do. I just walked around in a costume. I felt it's Halloween or something. And so I just did that. I talked to a few people, and it was really cool. It was really cool having people that had the same passion, the same hobbies, the same just everything about Power Rangers. So I felt like one of them. I felt equal and wherever, and then And so yeah, and then I went after that. I went to Lexington Comic-Con, and now I go to like a bunch of cons just to check out. So like I've gone to places in Lexington and California and New York, other Texas. So yeah, and now I just love it. I just love cosplaying now, and I love getting into it.
That's awesome. So you said 2007, so that's about 8 years.
Yeah, So I got my first like costume in 2007, but I started cosplaying in 2012. Okay. So I have like 3 years, three or so years of doing it now.
That's pretty cool. So what's the future of DekaMexican look like? For those of you who don't know, you just started sewing your own suits, correct?
Yes.
I've been following you for a while. You were doing a lot of cuffs and boots, belts, a lot of accessories, which were all amazing. And then recently you started doing suits, and those are also amazing. I just saw one of his suits that he made earlier today. And it's up there with the best of them. The fabric is amazing. The color, the sign. Whew. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's about as red as his face.
Yeah, pretty much. No, it's not set in stone yet, but I'm planning to do more costumes, actual to provide more costumes. I want to do not just Ranger stuff. That's one of my big things to do, but I want to do superhero stuff or whatever, video games or just stuff I want to learn. I just want to keep learning how to do that, because right now that is one of my things. Again, cosplay is one of my hobbies, but it's also a passion. So I love to get into that and start making stuff, and I just want to keep learning and learning. So hopefully that will, get me out there. Start a little small business, and then also move down to Houston. And I'm trying to move down to Houston in around October, September-ish of next year, and then do all that stuff. And so, yeah. So that's kind of what I have planned so far.
So, let me ask you this. If money was not an option, what would you cosplay?
Cosplay...
money was not an issue. You could do anything.
Shoot. I'd cosplay a Hulkbuster, an actual functioning Hulkbuster that would actually kill the Hulk. But no, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that I would love to do, especially armor stuff. I do want to get into recently, because of my friend. She got me into making, Gundams. I really just want to make a Shining Gundam. That's one of the things, but it's it's really hard. It's a really difficult. It's going to be a really difficult project as well. But no, I see myself doing a lot of those things. I would literally just buy a whole team of Power Rangers. I would just buy a whole team of Power Rangers and just fit them to me or fit them to people.
A cloning machine.
Yeah.
So that you could clone
pretty much, and just have
100 of yourselves.
I would do my own team. I would love to have all those helmets. I would love to have all the helmets and just cosplay and just be okay, what Ranger should I cosplay today? And then just do it like that. There's a lot of them. So yeah, that's pretty much. I don't have anything big or huge and like that, but it's something like that.
Nice. All right, so I guess one last question. What do you want to say right now to all the DekaMexican fans and all the Rangernerd fans who are watching this right now? What do you want to tell them? What is your message? What is the message of DekaMexican, the core of Deka?
Go out there. Be out. Be yourself. There's always many obstacles that you're gonna go through your life, but hey, be positive. When going into life, going into any situation, going into any project or whatever, be positive, be happy, make a lot of friends. Be the good guy. Don't be humble. because that's the best thing you want to be. Be the guy that they know you for, like, oh, you know, positive stuff, not because, oh, he did this and that or she did that, whatever. You know, just do yourself. Don't do it for like the quote unquote fame or popularity or whatever. You know, just see there. I love doing this. I love doing this because I love meeting new people like yourself. And like it's one of those things that I'm just like, I'm happy that I'm doing this. I'm happy that, you know, I'm getting to meet new people. So just go out there, because don't be discouraged that, you know, that you like a certain thing, because I can tell you right now that there's probably thousands of people who have the same things that you like, whatever. And like me, I didn't know a lot of people liked Power Rangers. I thought I was the only one around here, because I got bullied a lot, you know, but of that. But now I see it. It's like a whole new world out there, and now I can be myself. I don't have to be some person that I'm not. So that's all it is. Be yourself. Be positive, humble, and just have fun.
That's good. That's you know, I like that. That's the core of Rangernerd. I've said it before. That is the core. Just be yourself, guys. You know, love yourself. You know, I was also bullied and picked on when I was in school when I was younger because I liked Power Rangers, and now look at where we are, because you know we followed what we love. And you know, I just want to say, when you follow it, over a year ago, I mean, I was a fan of you. And I was like following you on your social media. It's like, oh, DekaMexican, his suits are awesome, his cosplays are awesome, oh my god! And I'm like geeking out. And then I remember when I meet this guy, I walk out of my hotel room last year at Ranger Stop, and here he is at my door passing out pamphlets to go to Ranger Stop, and I fangirled. I'm just like, you're DekaMexican! You're DekaMexican!
And it was still funny too, because when I love it when people know me, because I just go, you know who I am. So it's just like, yeah, so I'm just literally like, it makes me so happy when people like know that I'm, you know who I am, because it's just one of those feelings like, oh my god, it's like, hey, it's like I feel a little tingly inside.
That's exactly what he did, and he's like,
yeah,
okay, I need to give you a hug.
The exact pitch and everything.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I love meeting like people like that, and I'm just, you know, I'm still that to this day.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it was cool because, you know, I've been talking to him ever since last year. We got to sit down and talk at one point, and kept talking to him, and now I feel like, you know, like, man, this guy who I was and still am a huge fan of is like somebody I talk to all the time, you know, and is a friend of mine now. And earlier we took some photos that we were cosplaying Power Rangers SPD for the 10-year reunion, and I mean, that was just amazing. And it was all because I stayed true to who I was, and I haven't stayed true to who he was. So, you know, keep following what you want to follow. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. You heard it from both of us, from Deka. So are there any plugs you want to put in there? Your social medias, your... Basically is everything is DekaMexican Cosplay on Facebook, DekaMexican on Instagram, actually not on Twitter. It's Mr. Mexican One. It's still Mexican, but and then I rarely use Twitter. Tumblr, I guess I use it too. It's DekaMexican. PlayStation, Xbox, still DekaMexican. Anything DekaMexican, you can find me. Alright, so we'll add all your links to all your social medias, PlayStation and Xbox. We'll do that. We'll just yeah. I'm always down for playing, like with people. Yeah. Like that. So they'll all be in the links below. Go follow his pages. If you like this video, give it a like. Tell us what you thought of this video. Tell us what you thought of DekaMexican, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button too while you're at it. Thanks a lot, guys. Until next time. See you later.